fast forward it. How long? A couple of minutes, and we'll fast forward. Okay, let's go. Let me just... Is this the pre-show? It must be. We'll watch it. Okay, let's backtrack, I guess.
Ubisoft Forward pre-show. The main show will begin in 15 minutes, but until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy a jam-packed pre-show.
The past year of Rainbow Six Siege has brought some of the most impactful updates in the game's history. We asked top creators from YouTube and Twitch to tell us what they think about Siege today.
Siege is a completely different game than it was like 3 years ago. There's way more operators.
There's so many things that you can test out when there's a new operator.
Coconut,
whether it's
bro.
the interactions with the other operators, or maybe the operator just has a cool gun and it's just fun to play.
The zombie specifically, I guess, in the most recent, impactful defensive, add-on for operators. I fell in love with her. I thought it was cool that you could hide yourself. You could even hide the bomb chassis and convince people that the site that they were supposed to be attacking on wasn't actually there because you had, successfully hidden the bomb.
Most hero shooters dream of having their entire roster essentially be viable operators, and I think Siege has really nailed that.
When I stream Rainbow Six Siege and someone who hasn't played in a long time, they come into stream and I'm playing Emerald Plains and they're like, what is that map? Like, who are you even playing?
We're about to get the rework to Consulate, which I think
Been a while
huge.
since I've played.
Reworked maps and doing things like replay C4s and pulse scanning from below. Those tactical plays are some of the most satisfying that you ever get in gaming.
Cross progression was awesome. I started on PS4, so I had several years from being one of those veteran year one players under my belt, and so I had all the cool skins and even levels, renown, all that kind of stuff. So having that suddenly be on my PC account, which I started, I don't know, probably 3 years into my journey, was fantastic.
I think most games should have cross progression.
Ubisoft for some kind of answer to the Zim situation. And I know the mousetrap was a huge announcement that a lot of console players were waiting for.
The most groundbreaking thing added to Siege for me was Ranked 2.0.
I'm really excited for the changes for the shields. I feel like it's been a long time coming.
I love things like the shooting range, being able to change attachments, switch seamlessly between weapons and operators. It's an amazing change.
The newest season has just been released, and a whole lot more is on the way, so there's a lot of Siege to be excited for. Why not go watch a game in action and see for yourself?
When you experience the adrenaline to play in tournaments, to win tournaments, you know that you can't live without that anymore. I feel like moving countries to pursue my dream and career was very difficult at the beginning because I had to left some people behind, in Brazil. But you have to be the best, you have to think that you're the best. There's a pressure of being a team captain because, for example, if I'm not scared to play a match, my team's not gonna be scared, Like on social media, when people see that, they respect me. Everybody's gonna look up to us like, oh, a new dynasty, like the forbidden word. I feel we have everything that we need to be the best team in the world. We just have to prove to everyone else. My dream is to win two big tournaments in a row. To win is the most important thing. If we lose this game or win this game, it's my fault,
So I've got a free fire
so it's all on my shoulders.
We work in a discipline that has certain gaps between the people that make buildings and the people that use buildings.
Assassin's Creed?
We could use games and virtual spaces as a way of breaking down those boundaries and inviting new audiences to participate in architectural design. There's an important relationship between architecture, urbanism, and video games. An understanding of how real cities are formed, how people behaved in cities, how people gathered in crowds is often very, very helpful in being able to articulate that meaningfully in a fictional world as well.
Video Game Urbanism is the name of our teaching studio. We've been teaching this for a number of years now, working with students to promote the use of game engine technology as an architectural method for design.
We've been gamers since we were young, and I think that really informed, in some way, our decision to become architects, because we've always been really interested by spaces. So Ubisoft approached us to reinterpret one of their games in any way we'd like to.
We were interested in how Unity opens up the city in a new way, rather than just experiencing things from the street, being able to really kind of navigate across the buildings, the rooftops, the facade, interacting with architecture in a different way.
As architects, we're trained to see buildings in a particular way, but a game like Assassin's Creed Unity lets us break that and see the city in a new light.
So when we were researching the game, we found it really interesting to read some of the interviews and some of the material from the developers as to how they approach the design of the architecture, and hearing that, you know, you're facing real virtual problems we also face as architects sometimes was a really interesting insight. We thought it would be really interesting to explore video game architecture using an architectural methodology, such as a scaled model.
So we go from the riverside to the old kind of medieval areas of the city where the buildings are much smaller and irregular, through to the larger kind of boulevards.
And we're standing here today in the Bourse de Commerce, which is obviously the highlight of the model here.
We picked the Aloe Blade because we think it was a really good example of a building that's use has changed maybe quite a lot from the game to the present day, even to the fact that it's got a new insertion in it from an architect that we really loved. And it was a really interesting building to look at.
We really like the way that games are totally kind of user-centric spaces, which is definitely something architecture can learn from.
I will admit, Assassin's Creed has, like, some of the best scenery. Yeah.
What's up, everyone? We're playing the X-Defiant beta. Thank you to Ubisoft for sponsoring this video.
Found out that Just Dance 2023 has a story mode now.
All things Far Cry 6 and how I feel after playing the game.
Just Dance in the story mode? What the fuck? I am so behind in Far Cry games. Monopoly!
Stay tuned for exclusive reveals on Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and the Crew Motorfest, all in 10 minutes.
It's okay to be scared. I know.
Ouch. My bad on the delay. I was vaping when it happened. Or you could just go on the internet knowing people are assholes in the world and ignore it.
Still learning about mentality. You gotta work on yourself, you gotta be better about it.
Christine got blues. Christine got blues. She got it.
I love Uno.
Unless it's a blue 8, and then we'd be screwed, so.
Or unless it's a
I should do another Uno stream. It's been a while. Been like a year.
Oh my god! Clip das, clip das, clip das, clip das, clip das, clip das.
Do it.
Join the call.
Yeah!
He actually did it.
Oh! Oh! Oh man, I mean, we kind of caught the transition. We did another casual bar spin there.
Damn. It's like, this guy just doesn't care?
I knew I'd been training for the splits for a reason. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's coming tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. I'm amazed. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Did he crash into me?
Layla, your dance was so amazing, by the way. I want you to know that Ubisoft San Francisco just donated $10,000. I know, right?
What?
I like dance gaming.
The fuck?
Finally. Show someone that actually watched.
What is happening?
This thing looks like the wide body of the future. What the heck is this? I don't even know what to say. It's like bottoming out as I drive the thing.
Oh, right, that's a thing, I remember.
I think we reached 50,000 thanks to Assassin's Creed 2.
Really, we did?
Yeah,
oh my god!
Let's reach the goal and call it even. Yeah, so that's crazy. Wow, that's we started at like 13,000 something. So yeah, getting to the 15 is insane. That's really insane. Thanks everyone.
The show's about to begin. Get your snacks, get settled. Ready? Let's go!
I kind of wish I had snacks. I should have bought some snacks. I might have to go to the store tomorrow. Buy some snacks. I'm the worst for that. I always buy like food you gotta cook and nothing to snack on. Yeah. On a plus, that is the healthier way to do it, but it, you know, it does suck if you just want a snack. So I see that Just Dance still sucks with the music.
Jump on the dance floor, shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Jump on the dance floor. Shake it. Shake it.
They're advertising Just Dance. Olympic version. Great job, guys. Great job. Yeah, I like dancing games, but they never put good music in it. Yeah. So in other words, I just dance to my own music. But yeah, it's always that pop-ass shit. But I do like to dance because it's a good workout. Yeah, you burn a lot of pounds dancing. But I've always liked dancing because when I was 12, I was in like jazz dance. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's, you know, it's a style of dancing. And I've always liked dancing since then.
Secure the perimeter. All threats must be eliminated.
I just don't do it as often as I used to.
From me. I was trained in their ways. Their technology.
Avatar.
Their weapons. Things that a Navi should not know. And then one day, they left.
Hell's Gate is under attack. Evacuate now. Kill all the Navi children.
But before they did, our teacher saved us and put us to sleep.
This is your only chance to survive.
And there I remained for 15 years. Until one day, I awoke. And I was free. Free to explore my world.
You don't like Avatar? When the first one came out, I remember it was like so good compared to like all the other movies. Yeah, it was just such good quality, and yeah. I haven't seen the new one, which is funny because I've been waiting so long for there to be a new one, but I'm not a theater person, so you know, like the last time I went to the theater was when Warcraft released, and I haven't been back since. And then the last time before that was when Back to the Future 3 released. Which was easily between those two was an easy 20 years. Yeah, I am not a movie theater person because I like to go take a piss whenever I want. I like to, you know, I just like to break whenever I want, you know, without feeling like I missed the movie. You know, plus, you know, some people bring their babies to the fucking theater. Like, yeah, if you're one of those people. Yeah, babies don't belong in fucking theaters. And you know, crying kids and fucking talking people. I can't handle people talking over movies. So yeah, I just watch them at home. Yeah, theater's bullshit. But I did make I made an exception for Warcraft. Yeah. And Back to the Future 3. But yeah, I was a kid during Back to the Future 3. Yeah. That was actually my birthday gift from my dad, was because I think it came out like the week of my birthday or something. Which is funny because Warcraft did too. Warcraft was like a couple of days after or before. So yeah. Yeah. The only times I've been to the theater was for birthdays. Wow. A lot of people think it's crazy that I've only gone to the theater like twice out of my whole life. But, you know. I like doing what we're kind of doing right now. Like if I gotta pause and fucking go do something, I like having that option, you know? I'm not one of those people that ever was like impressed by a big screen or, you know, like, you know, I'm a minimalist. Like I don't give a shit about a lot of the things people give a shit about, you know? I don't care about the fucking top performing computer or the biggest TV or the best graphics, you know. I've never given a shit about that kind of stuff. Last time I've been to one was Matrix Reloaded. Good movie. I like the Matrix movies. First time was Back to the Future 3. That was my first time too. That's very cool. Yeah. I remember that day too. There was a double feature. So my friends and I stayed for the double feature, and it was that Al Pacino movie. It played after Scent of a Woman. I remember that so, like, it's crazy the shit you remember, right? Like that was so fucking many years ago. But I remember it was a double feature. We went to Back to the Future 3, and then I asked my dad if we could stay for the double feature. And, you know, because I was a kid, you know, I still had to ask permission. And yeah. And that was kind of a weird movie for, yeah, a teenager to be watching. But yeah.
Free to discover what I was meant to do.
Now you see what they kept you from. Your true home.
Have you? I always wanted to, but I think we still have one a little outside of the city here. But yeah, unfortunately, I came into the world late, you know, like the drive-through movies were like pretty much done by the time I was the age that I could go to movies, you know? And yeah, so I always wanted to go to one. The closest I ever got is here in the city. They do free movies. It's like a community thing, and it's right downtown in the city. It's in the summer. They do it for like a week, and every day there's one movie they pick, And it's usually like kind of newish, but like newish on video type thing. And they have this big screen just like outside. It's like outside on the street, like in the middle of the city. And you bring your own chairs and you sit down and you chill, you know, watch a movie, and then you grab your chair, get in your car, go back home. And that's the closest I ever got. Not quite a drive-through, but it is a walkthrough. Yeah. But I've only seen the drive-throughs on TV, and I want to go to one so bad. It's like you see those movies where, you know, they drive up, and then, you know, the girl or the guy, you know, because it's usually a date, right? The girl and the guy, or the guy, yeah, girl or the guy, I could talk. One goes and gets like the popcorn. I always want to do that. There's like a concession. I want to walk up to that place and just get some popcorn and come back to the car. And yeah, I love the idea of it, but I just never got to experience it. Yeah. Yeah, I should see if the one outside the city is still open. And I'll fucking convince my best friend to come with me. Yeah. Oh, you call them drive-in? Yeah, here we call them drive-throughs. Yeah.
Now Pandora is under attack again.
Which is the same for fast food too. That's a drive-through. Yeah.
Get rid of them.
And I have a choice.
Although I don't know, maybe it is called a drive-in theater. Does kind of make sense. Yeah. yeah. Maybe I call it a drive-through because I'm thinking like other drive-throughs, right? But you're not really driving through. You're driving in. Yeah.
I was a child of two worlds. I am no longer. I am Navi. Sivaco.
Hi there everyone, I'm Jim Cameron, the creator of Avatar and Avatar: The Way of Water. In developing both of these films, I set out to imagine another world, a world as rich and complex as our own. And we wanted the audience to feel as though they were really on Pandora, to dream with their eyes wide open, and to explore this world with our characters. And it's always been our vision to embrace technology to allow us to find new ways outside the cinema to immerse people in this world. Our friends at Ubisoft share the same ambition, and the team at Massive have been pushing the boundaries of what's possible in games to bring a new corner of Pandora to life. So with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, our creative team at Lightstorm has been able to share their insights with Massive's talented team, who are experts in creating living, open worlds. Together, we'll be able to bring players to the Western frontier, with new environments, new flora and fauna, new characters, and an original story that coexists with the events of the Avatar films. We can't wait for you to join this adventure, and we look forward to welcoming you back to the world of Avatar once again.
Play it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dieter Deenfeld, and as the game director, I'm proud to be representing the team behind Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora today, and excited to share a sneak peek of what we've been working on. In this all-new story, you'll set out on a journey of discovery to unravel the mysteries of your past, learn what it means to be Navi, and explore new parts of Pandora on land or together with your trusted Banshee in the air. Our ambition is to create a playground where curiosity is rewarded. This tangible and highly immersive first-person experience will allow you to closely connect to a beautiful open world, touch and interact with it, using your size, your superhuman strength, and your natural agility to gain the upper hand. As the Navi say, Sivako, let's rise to the challenge on December 7th. Until then,
Nice.
we're delighted to show you a glimpse
Just in
of this
time for
adventure.
Christmas.
Prepare to lose yourselves in the beauty and the danger of the Western frontier. Thank you.
Really? I think you're the first person that I've ever heard say they don't like Avatar. I feel like it was just one of those... It was one of those games that just is so loved.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, a first-person action.
Or not games, movies.
To explore the engaging
My
world of
bad.
Avatar.
It's
in an
because they're
immersive
playing the
open
game.
world experience. I'm Didi Dienfeld, game director, and I'm excited to reveal what's waiting for you on Pandora. The story of our game begins when the RDA expands their operations to the western frontier. John Mercer, one of the leaders of the RDA, abducts you and other Na'vi children from your home to teach you the ways of humans, hoping to mold you and turn you against your own people. But his plan is interrupted by the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains, and you are put into emergency cryosleep. When you awaken 15 years later, you are a stranger in your birthplace. Knowing the dangers posed by the RDA, you set out to take them down and look to secure the help of other Na'vi clans. Initially, you're perceived as an outsider, so you have to reconnect with your lost Na'vi heritage to gain their trust. On your adventure, you'll find your own path as you discover what it means to be Na'vi. You'll explore new regions of Pandora, each with their own unique biomes. The Kinglaw Forest is a lush rainforest brimming with life and dense vegetation in the shade of awe-inspiring floating mountains. This is the home of the Aranahe, a clan of peaceful weavers who will guide you on your first hunt and on your first flight. The Aranahe will show you the way to the Rookery, where you can bond for life with your very own Ikram. The Ikram is a devoted companion that you can name, feed, and customize.
Ooh, you can name?
Experiment with acrobatics.
Not too often do
and feel
they
a
allow
rush
that.
of adrenaline as you dive from the sky and explore the open world of Pandora from the air. If you travel north,
It's dragon
you get to
riding.
the upper plains, an expansive grassland filled with contrasts and open views as far as the eye can see. The nomadic Seswa clan live here in symbiosis with gigantic beasts called Sakru. Earn the clan's trust, and they will teach you the art of riding dire horses. And further west, the mysterious clouded forest, where hidden in the mist, nothing is as it seems. Here lives the Kamatiri, a clan of healers with their own dark reasons to stay hidden. RDA operations are threatening the balance of Pandora. They build facilities of all sizes to exploit resources at any cost, spreading devastating pollution. In the process, animals are hurt and poached. You'll need to stop the RDA from ravaging your home, and when you are ready, you will take the fight to them. As a child of two worlds, you can learn to master multiple combat styles. Your powerful instincts allow you to get an overview of the battlefield, mark your enemies, and identify weak points. Traditional Na'vi weapons are versatile and precise. You can use the longbow to hit long-range targets, or the staff sling to set up traps. For a more explosive approach, you can leverage your human training and go for the blast of an assault rifle, a shotgun, or go bigger with the occasional rocket launcher. On foot, you can also rely on your incredible strength to take down AMP units. Above the clouds, your Ikran will help you in aerial combat against the RDA. Destroying RDA facilities will have a tangible impact on your world. With the pollution removed, Pandora heals. You will be able to harvest the best quality material again and craft better gear and weapons. You will also find ingredients to cook and make meals to get stronger. As you keep discovering what it truly means to become Navi, you'll improve your skills by connecting to Awa through the Tarshu plant and learn from the memories of your ancestors. Skill upgrades can improve many aspects of your character, such as your natural agility to move through the world, your stealth approach when hunting or fighting, or the handling of your weapons and mounts. Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora is a captivating action-adventure game designed to maximize the power of new-gen consoles and PC. You will be able to play the full story campaign in single-player or with a friend online in 2-player co-op. We invite you to explore this world of wonder. Become Navi and take down the RDA to protect Pandora.
Man, that looks badass. I totally want that. Yeah, that looks so good.
Let's go, chat. Let's get it, baby.
You have some fun with it.
Another gun?
Oh my.
Another one.
This feels great.
Like, could we just go to the next game? I'm not here to watch streamers. Just saying.
Should do it.
That feels good. That feels good.
Oh my shield. What the?
Gotta be gentle with the tap. Look, yeah, this scope is so good.
Oh my god, brother.
See? Gentle.
Yeah, now I'm just in flow right now.
That's a 5-piece. Oh,
This game's fun, man. This game's great.
I made some critical damage. What about you?
I'm so excited about this game in general.
I mean, I love like the pacing of the game, though. I think like it all just works. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Mark Rubin, executive producer.
Hey, Mad Fusion, how's it
What
going?
you just saw was a collection of
I'm
live
catching up
clips
on the
and
rest of the
reactions
game
from
shows.
players
Yeah,
streaming our games
because I haven't been on in like
in April.
you know,
And we've been absolutely
few days.
overwhelmed by the amazing response to our game.
So we just finished watching the
Now,
PC gaming show. This is Ubisoft here, and then Capcom will be after. Capcom's a short one though, like 30 minutes or something.
Being the largest, and of course the first with no NDA.
And then that's the rest.
All
Yeah.
of these tests, we've done our best to listen and respond to the feedback of players. So thank you so much to the more than 1.5 million players who have participated in those tests, and the countless creators.
Going, playing some D4 because I haven't been playing much. Highest character is 21. Started a barb, but I don't know how I like it. Yeah, I haven't been in D4 in a bit, so I'm right with you there. My character is higher than 21 though.
We will be holding another test to address some of the feedback from the closed beta. This open session
Feels really clunky early. Oh, the barb?
PS5 and Xbox Series.
Which build are you? Well, I guess, you know,
to June
at level 20, are you really following a build? I don't know.
But we are opening it.
What
to
build do you plan on going though?
To get as
for
much
barb?
feedback as possible on our new netcode, our controller tuning, and of course, to stress out the servers as much as possible. So if you have not played X Defiant yet, this is your chance. But let's talk about what's going to happen when we launch
D3, I mean, Barb, and I loved my
start
Hammer
with a
of the
6-week
Ancients, and it smacked.
that will
Yeah,
have all
that's
of
a
our
good
launch
build.
content with 14 maps, 5 factions, 24 weapons, and much, much more. We then move into our year 1 content schedule, which is packed with some really
Well,
exciting
I don't know how much they've changed since the beta of D4, but both Druid and Barb were rough in the beta. Yeah, so they may continue to be rough for a bit.
All inspired by Ubisoft's amazing worlds.
Compared to the rest.
Really be surprised.
Yeah. You hop on the rest and you can do twice as much in the same time.
All focused on creating a fun arcade FPS experience. And we are committed to staying true to our community and to strive.
It does. I remember in the beta I had chosen Druid first, and I just thought the game was tough. Right? I just thought they were adding a difficulty into the game. And then I hopped on a Necro, and then I hopped on a Sorceress, and I was like, whoa, they're really punishing us over here. Yeah. And Barb was kind of the same, although Druid was kind of the worst in the beta as far as keeping up with the rest. Like I still like the Druid. It's my favorite, but you can't deny that you can do twice as much in that same time period on a different character. Yeah. I'm enjoying Druid. I'm just having a hard time staying in the game right now. Really, any game. Yeah. You're just like, are you Are you at that point where, sometimes you just don't want to play games? Or is it that you're playing so many different games that it's hard to commit to one? Source feels nice with that one arc ability that hops. Sork is easy, right? I've been, I haven't been on in a bit, but this particular week of D4, I've been, theming it to Sorceress because that's the drops and stuff. And yeah, it's crazy good, like, which I kind of knew because as far as stats go, Sorceress is the one most people are playing right now, like, yeah. Which, it makes sense because it's a nice leveling experience with Sorceress. And when the level's 100, you need a nice leveling experience. Yeah.
I have to make X-Defiant the best place to compete and have fun. Now, it's been quite the journey to get to this point. So thank you again to all of the players that supported X-Defiant so far. And for everyone who hasn't yet had the chance, we hope to see you in game soon. Thank you.
Oh, Prince of Persia. Uh-oh.
Hi, everyone. It's so exciting to be with you today. About 30 years ago, in 1989, I discovered a great action-adventure game, both challenging my skills and respecting my cleverness. It was Prince of Persia. I am Muniradi, game director of Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Time has come to open a new chapter and to journey in legendary Persia, in an era where the laws of mortals were ruled by the laws of gods. You are Sargon, a fearless sword prodigy, the youngest member of a squad of 7 elite warriors, the Immortals. One night, Prince Hassan, sole heir to the throne,
That was a good
was
one.
abducted and taken to
I
the hostile
think it
Mount
I think it says a lot that majority of the games we get nowadays are continuations of games back in the day. Like it really does prove that gaming was the best when we were kids. You know, like yeah. Well, depending on your age, but when I was a kid, gaming was the best. Yeah, because all the games I grew up with are, you know, they're still being made, right? Like, you know, Diablo for one, and then they are still doing Animal Crossing, which I love, and, you know, Prince of Persia here, and, you know, Final Fantasy games, and yeah. Not to say there aren't some great new ones, but there's more that are being built upon, you know, the originals, right?
Calf. You and your brothers in arms are sent on a rescue mission to save Prince Hassan. However, this assignment will cast you
One game I've been kind of hoping for, and it's one that I played the shit out of on Xbox years ago, but one that I would love to see them come and do like another is Dante's Inferno. I fucking beat that game, and I played the fuck out of that game, and that game was so good. I love Dante's Inferno, and I would love to see them do another. Yeah. That would be so badass. Yeah. Yes, I was just talking to a friend about that. Just to add a rough time frame, I'm 33. I miss the days of playing my Game Boy in bed with my Light Boy, staying up late playing Pokemon or something. Yeah, I would say, you know, I would say 30 plus, then you know what I'm talking about, right? I think if you're under 30, then, maybe you came in a little late, but, 30 plus, we grew up with the same games, you know? Yeah. Wow, I forgot about that game. I actually never played it. You gotta play it. It is so fucking good. I remember back when I played it, I had this boyfriend, right? And we were staying at his parents, and his mom and stepdad would watch me play Dante's Inferno. They were so into it that they waited for me to like get home to play this game, and they would just sit on the couch and watch me. Yeah, like it was like a little family gathering, you know? Yeah. Dante's Inferno, I still have that game. Me too. Yeah. Yeah. There's two games in my mind that I'd really would love to see them do. Dante's Inferno is one, and I don't know if you guys are old school PlayStation players, and when I say that, I mean the first PlayStation. But Destruction Derby. That was my favorite fucking game, and I just been sitting here for years waiting for PlayStation to do another fucking Destruction Derby. Yeah, I love that game. Yeah, and when I think of like games I played way back in the day, that's one of the first ones I think of, especially with PlayStation. Yeah. But it would be so nice to have like a today's time of that game. My sister used to watch me play everything. Yeah, PlayStation 1 and Medieval, yeah. Yeah. I never really had siblings around to like watch me. Cuz I'm kind of an only child. Like I had had being the key word. I have a true blood sister, but she died when she was 4 months of SIDS. And then the other siblings, they're from like a previous marriage of my dad, so they were all like half, and they were twice my age because my dad was quite a bit older when he had me. Well, I guess my mom had me, but you know what I mean. So I never really related to the siblings, and the only one I would have unfortunately died at a very young age. So I never really had anyone around to like watch me play games, but which I guess is good because I might have had to share those games, like if there was a brother in the mix, yeah. And I don't share good, so. Final Fantasy 8 and only played 5 minutes of Disc 1. Oh, I love all the Final Fantasy games. Yeah. 7 and 10 are still my favorite. But yeah, some of those old school ones were so good. Like, what was that one? Was it 3? There was one that was so different from the rest. And I think it was 3, or was it 4? But it was not like the regular Final Fantasy games. I think it was called Final Fantasy something. Final Fantasy, and it started with R. I'm trying to blank to that game. But yeah. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, if you had a brother, you'll be fighting. Yeah. I do have like a stepbrother. He pretty much raised me. My dad was a single dad, so he helped my dad out sometimes. But yeah, like they're all step, like they're not to say that half siblings isn't as good as a full sibling, but I'm just gonna say it is rough when they're twice your age. Yeah. I was thinking 5 because I just saw it in a Netflix show, Copycat Killer or something. Okay. I just remember it was very different. And yeah, it's been so long. I'd have to literally bring up Google and search all the Final Fantasy games, and then I'd just know the name. Yeah. But yeah, it was a different one for sure.
And it is here that you, Sargon, and the whole kingdom must prepare to face the greatest threat of your lives. This is your story in Mount Calf.
I feel like it was 3, like I don't know, but no, it couldn't be because I have 3 on the YouTube channel, I think. So maybe it was 2. It was real fucking old. Like real fucking old. Like we're like way before 7 and all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Tactics. It was Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah. So maybe there wasn't a number to it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that just came to me, but that's what it was. It was Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah. Now that's an old fucking game. Only own Final Fantasy X. Still a good one. Yeah. Before 10, 7 was my favorite. And 7 is still my favorite, but 10 is like right next. Yeah. But I think I may be right about it being in the show. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that Copycat Killer show. I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to go refill my drink, and then we'll continue watching Ubisoft. I'm back. Damn, I don't think I was right about it being in the show, but it was an early Final Fantasy. But for the time frame of the show, that Final Fantasy, whatever the box number was new at the time. Really? Early 90s is when the show takes place. You should check it out. Yeah, it's got the word killer in it, so I'm already intrigued. Not to sound like a psychopath or anything, but those are the shows I watch. Yeah, pretty much like serial killer, murder. Yeah. My current one is on Prime, but I think it's attached to Showcase or something like that. But it's called, fuck, what's it called? Meet, Marry, Murder. Yeah, and it's true stories of all these people who get married and end up, being murdered. However, which way it goes. Yeah. MEET. So like meet and then you marry and then you murder. Do not do that, guys. You can meet and then you marry. Yeah, I didn't have anything to watch the other day, and I'm like, what the fuck should I watch? And that one, like, it just was there in my face, and I'm like, sure. It's not bad. I'm hungry, so I was thinking of meat. I want a burger. Right? Burger sounds delicious. That's if you are into marriage. Yeah, I've never been a marriage type myself. I was engaged once, but I broke it off. Not because I'm not into marriage. He was abusive, so that's why I broke it off. But yeah. And that's what makes some of those shows that I watch almost scary, you know? You hear about some of this shit, and I think about some of the shit I've encountered in my life, and it's like, that could have been me, you know? Like, yeah. I was also thinking about Mary as a person. You know, when I first saw the title, that's exactly what I thought. I wasn't thinking the meat that you were thinking, but I was thinking Mary was like the name of a girl. Yeah, so yeah. I don't blame you there, because I was not. You know, when I first read the title, the first thing that came to mind, and this is aging me a bit, but maybe you guys know it, but do you remember that movie, I Married an Ex-Murderer? That's what I was thinking when I read Meet, Marry, Murder. Yeah. Really good movie if you haven't seen it. The I Married an Ex-Murderer. Yeah, old as fuck. And it's got, what's his face? Fuck, I can't remember his name, but he's super popular comedian. Fuck, I can't remember his name right now. Mike Myers, I think. Yeah. Not the serial killer. Not Michael Myers, just Mike Myers. Yeah.
Your destiny awaits.
Oh. Hell yeah, that would be scary. I listen to a lot of scary podcasts like Case Files on Killer and Story from the Victims That Got Away. They're like, damn, I almost wound up like the woman he took. That's how I have been too, because I've been the girl who has been in an abusive relationship before, and many of those lead to the girl being dead, you know, and in a lot of fucking cases, you're lucky if you get out of that. And then I've also been the girl that worked a night job and walked home late at night, you know? So there's that. And I've also been the girl that's literally lived online for most of my life, you know? So I have talked to strangers, and, you know, like, you know, I don't share anything like too personal, but, you know, I talked to strangers, you know? And And yeah, so like those, you know, there's probably more I could add to the list, but those those three things are like recipe for murder, pretty much. Right? How am I here? I don't know. I'm unkillable. Don't take that as a challenge. Stay away. I really have, and at the time I didn't think twice about it because like things are more severe now, right? Like back then you could be a woman just walking down the street. But then I guess, you know, I guess I shouldn't say that because in the 70s there was tons of fucking murders, right? But I always felt safe doing it, you know? Which I guess is probably how people get fucking murdered. You know? I don't know, but we're here, and nowadays I do not walk late at night. However, I did pay for it one night. There was well, actually technically it was morning time because I was going to work, and at that time I worked like a super early morning job, and I got mugged. Yeah, so I have been mugged, and I have had a knife pulled on me. I had a knife pulled on me when I was pregnant with my daughter. This was a long time ago, and then I was mugged one time when I was going to work at like I had to leave the house like 3. Yeah, and I didn't have a car back then, so yeah. And bars were like letting loose because here 3 o'clock people are like on the streets, right? Yeah. You know, everyone thinks that, but like it's dangerous over here, you know? Like, yeah. There's murders happening all the time over in Canada. Some serial killers are from Canada. I am sure if you look it up, you'll see a bunch of fucking serial killers from Canada. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm just kidding. Dexter is such a good show. It costs $5,000 for you to fly to Canada? Get my Dexter kill and a plane ticket to Canada. Jeez. Yeah, I always hear the Canadians are nice comment, and it's like, you know, those people have never been to Canada before. Yeah. I'm sure some Canadians are nice, but most of us are not. You know, like I won't say I'm not nice. Like I will hold the door open for an old lady going into the grocery store. Like I'm not a complete jerk over here, but my neighbors don't know my first name. Yeah, the neighbor right next to me, they just saw me for the first time like a couple of weeks ago in like 5 years. They probably forgot I even lived here. Yeah. Yeah. I am not neighborly. And the only reason it's 5 and not 10 is because I was outside doing yard work one day. Yeah. And sometimes Mystic and I will hang out on the porch. So they see us then. Dexter is so good, but I didn't like the Doomsday Killer season. Yeah. Have you watched the new one? I hated Deb finding out because the way she flew off the handle, right? Yeah, because on my mom's side, they live in Canada and they love it. Been living in Canada for 40 years. Yeah, Canada's great. Don't get me wrong. Just the stereotype that Canada gets, completely bullshit. Yeah. Yeah. The fact that people think we're nice is like, I think it's a great compliment. It makes me look good, but it is bullshit. But I don't deny it because it makes me look good, Yes, of course, I watched the new one and was sad the way it ended. I haven't seen the ending. I'm still watching it, but yeah, I just wanted to see if you'd been watching it. I've seen all of Dexter, but the new one's on like Crave, and Crave's like $20 a month, so sometimes I pick it up, sometimes I don't. So, but I've been thinking of picking it back up this month to catch up. Cool.
When entering Mount Calf, your mission is clear.
Forgot we're still watching Prince of Persia. I am so bad with the pausing.
However, Mount Calf becomes a prison full of hostile inhabitants. Now separated from your allies, you discover a grand citadel full of mysteries, where time flows differently.
What is this sorcery?
The past coexists.
I was sad when Dexter ended. Yeah.
In this cursed land, exploration is everything. This is a semi-open world that delivers new secrets as you find new powers. But to reach new areas, you have to master your skills and your sense of timing, a trademark of Prince of Persia. During this epic journey,
that guy's a vendor.
Trapped in Mount Calf.
Goddess and blacksmith to the gods.
Some dwellers are willing to help you, while others are more reluctant. But Sargon is a swordsman like no other. He is a fierce warrior, known for being elusive, ruthless, and extremely skillful on the battlefield. Fueled by anger, he constantly puts his life on the line to perform devastating attacks. Time powers are back. But this time,
What the hell was that?
not only in your hands. To face such a challenge, master a new side of his time powers. And defy
Man, game
gravity.
looks so good.
By combining all these skills together, you can express your creativity to solve Mount Calf's mysteries and execute brutal combos in epic combats.
Nice. The one show to make me sad twice because it ended, right? Friends would be right there if they did a reboot. I so wanted a reboot of Friends. I love that show so much. It got me through a lot of hard times. I like Friends too. Yeah. I think that I think if they were ever to do a reboot, they gotta be on that shit now, because those guys are getting old. You know, I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, you gotta get on that shit fast before, you know, I hate to sound morbid, but before someone passes, you know, because that's usually what happens is a reboot gets canceled because one of the major characters dies in real life. And yeah. I did recently watch something with Jennifer Aniston lately. Her and Reese. They have like what was that show called? Fuck, it's they're part of a news anchor though. It's on Apple TV. And it's actually not too bad. Steve Carell is in it too. He plays kind of the bad one in the show. He gets fired for sexual harassment, and you know they got pick up the pieces, and yeah, what's that show called again? I can't remember the name of it, but it's on Apple TV. But yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, she looks good still. Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, what's her face? Fuck, why am I drawing a blank to her name? She was in the Scream movies. I don't know why I'm not thinking of it, but she still looks, pretty good too. It's the guys that are starting to kind of show their age, you know. Like, yeah, the girls look good, but the guys are starting, you know, which is why I laugh whenever people are like, you know, the girls gotta, you know, take advantage of shit now because, you know, eventually they'll lose their looks. It's like bull fucking shit. You guys lose your looks way before we do, you know? like bull fucking shit. Yeah, but I laugh every time I hear someone like say that because like I'm just gonna say, you know, guys go bald, we keep our hair, you know, like Monica, yeah. Monica or Gail from Scream, yeah. Yeah, Courtney Cox, yeah. Yeah. There was another show I watched her in too, Cougar Town. Yeah, she was pretty good in that one. Yeah, that show is like began and ended. but I liked her because I liked that show because she was in it, and then Chicky from Scrubs was in it, Buddy's wife, and I can't remember her real name, and if you haven't seen Scrubs, watch it. Super awesome show. But that chick is hilarious. Yeah. So I liked watching the two of them together.
And that's just a glimpse of what Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is all about. I'd like to thank Matrix, who composed the in-game music you are just listening to. And of course, my fantastic team at Ubisoft Montpellier. We cannot wait for you
It's on
to
the
get your hands
Switch.
on the game.
It looks like it's everywhere.
January 18, 2024 on all platforms. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the show.
Nice. Man, I like his glasses.
Hi. My name is Adi Shankar. I'm a TV and movie producer. You may know me from the Castlevania animated series on Netflix.
Nice.
Or one of my fan fiction shorts on YouTube. 7 years ago, I got a call from Ubisoft offering me the opportunity to adapt one of their very, very, very serious franchises into an anime. But instead, I came back to them with a crazy concept inspired by the mood of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Yeah. This concept used Ubisoft's vast library of characters and remixed them into one delirious anime series that would become this love letter to the 90s. Or at least how I remember the 90s. And to my absolute surprise, Ubisoft said no. Just kidding. They said yes.
Obviously.
That's why I'm up here. Come on. This is the story
Hold
of...
that thought, buddy. I got some reading to do here. I don't know. Cougar Town sounds familiar. I definitely heard of it, but didn't watch it. Scrubs, I've always wanted to watch. I used to come on a local TV channel when I was a preteen. But I don't know, some shows look great and you just know it's going to suck. Scrubs is not that, Mad Fusion. Like you will not be sorry that you watch Scrubs. Yeah. It's such a great show that I have actually watched the full series more than a couple of times. Yeah, it's awesome. You'll love it. It's the definition, like when I think of Scrubs, I think of what romance really means. You know, like the two main characters, total bromance. Like, yeah. It's two really good best friends, and it takes place, well, it's called Scrubs, so it takes place in hospital, and yeah, it's really good. And, you know, beginning of pretty much all of their careers, so, yeah. Yeah, if you liked Friends, I think you'll love Scrubs. Yeah. I don't think Netflix sucks. They just sometimes have not great shows, but they sometimes have great shows, too. Yeah. It sucked so bad when Friends ended. Sucked when House... Oh, House is such a good one, too. Yes. And sucked when Dexter ended both times. Scrubs would suck, too, when I got to the end. Sorry, I type a lot. It's all good. I like conversation. Oh no, I won't be sorry to watch it. Just sucks that it ends because it was so good. Yeah. I have seen Donald in something recently, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it's such a great cast of Scrubs for sure. Yeah.
How the first anime series by Ubisoft was born. Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix. This show is many things. It's violent. It's a dystopian fiction in the spirit of the works of Aldous Huxley. It's a spoof. It's a satire. It's dark comedy. It's a love story. And as a descendant of Indian mystics, I can tell you it's the most philosophically conscious show you've watched in a long time. The series was picked up by Netflix. It was animated by the renegade genius pirates at
Oh, so
Bobby
this
Hill
is a
Studio.
show?
And today, I'm very happy to announce that barring an apocalypse, which may happen, it will be released worldwide later this year.
So December. Last possible month.
And that's not all. I'm even more excited to share with you an action-packed, Easter egg-filled teaser trailer right now!
You want to be entertained? Don't change the channel.
Ouch.
Join the revolution. Let's do this.
Was kind of short. Oh, is this the song I think it is? Yeah. I like this song. There. Oh, I read your first sentence. Are you like me? Did you play the second? Because I bought the first one, loved the first one. I bought the second one, but I never did play the second one. I do have a reason though. I do have a reason. I downloaded it. I was all ready to play it. And I have it on Steam, and I like signed into whatever account you have to sign in to play Division. It's probably Ubisoft, right? and it was connected to like an old account, and I couldn't connect it to my current account that I use all the time, and I couldn't refund it or anything. So I got mad, and I'm like, "Fuck you, Division." And that's why I never played Division 2. Yeah, that is why you don't fucking connect your games to fucking sites where people have to remember their passwords and shit. Yeah. Especially, you know, I say that as like a WoW main, but like, you know, yeah. But if there was ever a time where I forgot my password for that, my authenticator will log me in, you know? I bought it and watched some gameplay and wasn't feeling it, so I was like, screw it, I just won't play. So we both get mad easily is the answer here. That's the conclusion I got from this. We're both stubborn and get mad easily. Let's see. I don't know. I had people play with in the first one to roam the dark zone with. Hell, most of the time I was just solo, but the second game, yeah, I think that's like I don't play as many shooter games as I used to back in the day, and I think it's because I am solo most of the time now. It's like I just don't have as much fun with them by myself. Yeah. But I do still, buy the odd one here and there and, try to have fun in it. But yeah. That's what happened to me with Fallout 76. I bought it when it came out on Bethesda Shop, but I have multiple accounts, can't remember them. Yeah, I don't even know how I have a multiple account. I feel like, okay, so the main games I play that are connected to Ubisoft is Uno. Uno's like the reason I have an account, right? As far as like the earliest games. And I feel like maybe one day I really wanted to play Uno and I couldn't remember my password, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just make a new account so I can get into Uno and play Uno. And then somehow Steam like took that as remember this account or whatever, right? And yeah, I think it's so stupid how all that shit works. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like you should be able to. I think the way it is like it's already got you connected to whatever account, but you can't see it in Steam until you and then when you purchase the game, it's connected to that. And like, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Yeah, it's just it's annoying. Now it's on Steam, and I kind of want to try 76 now. Did I ever play 76? I wonder if I even have it. I'll have to check my Steam later. I just love roaming the DZ solo and shitting on groups. Then they chase you all around the city, going up and down buildings. Oh my god, I'm actually hyped for Division now. Yeah, it does. It always looks good, right? Division always looks good. Yeah. They do a good job on the trailers and stuff. Yeah. I just would have to make sure well, I've been playing, not really recently, but I have played Uno recently, semi. So the right account should be attached. Because if it isn't, I just have the same fucking problem all over again, right?
Hey everyone, it's an honor for us to be here with you today.
Oh, you gonna copyright this for when I put it on YouTube? It's okay. I'm used to being hit with copyright. Oh man. They're gonna regret it later on in life, their voices being that low. But it does sound cool.
Outcast a kingpin was born upon the sea. There was meant to walk the land, a pirate's life for me. Last year winding up the sails, no speak to mutiny.
Skull and Bones looks good. It's not new though, is it? I feel like I saw the Skull and Bones trailer like a couple of years ago.
I'll take my chances on the wind to loot and plunder scores. A flag, it stands for us alone and no one else around.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'd feel the same. One of the worst launchers is the EA launcher. Yeah.
The seas forever roll, the winds forever blow.
I agree. I personally think that you're already logged into Steam. That is all you should need. You know? Like, you shouldn't have to be logged into yet another. You know, you're logged in, you buy the game, you play it. Skull and Bones is the game. It does look pretty good, the game. Yeah, what I'm seeing behind them. Woo! Gotta pretend I'm in the crowd, you know? What the? They didn't learn their lesson the first time with For Honor? And now I am fine with Steam, and I have the Jagex launcher so that I can launch RuneLight from the official Jagex launcher, the one launcher I'm fine with, and I guess the ESO launcher because it's simple, and I like ESO. For Honor was so good. They fucked it up though. Great game gone bad. I came in late with it, got it on sale. By the time I started playing it, it was a dead game. Yeah. And I didn't even really come in that late. You know, I just wasn't a day one For Honor player. But yeah. Yeah, so unfortunate, but yeah, maybe they make the next one better. I do like the crew. I have played... I feel like I've played 2? Yeah. Nice. I like the crew because when you play it, you feel like you're actually in this world of like car racing. There's bars and lights and, you know, yeah.
5 years ago, the crew 2 took off.
Like the place just feels alive. Yeah.
Millions of thrill seekers, just like you, are enjoying, playing, eager to see what's next. I am Stéphane Bellet, creative director of the crew.
Hot Pursuit was bad. I was like, nah. Underground was all right because I could play it on my PSP and go. Nice.
It is my pleasure.
I was mainly a Gran Turismo 3 player. Same. Yeah, I started with Gran Turismo. Here, I'll pause in case anyone wants to actually hear what he's saying. I started with Gran Turismo, and then because I had a PlayStation first, right? And then when I got the Xbox, I became a Forza player. And then the crew was later on. I had found it like on sale. And then yeah. But I guess Destruction Derby was my first one though. But that one is so different than these because like your job was to crash. That's why I like that Destruction Derby so much, because it was like you gain points on like tricks and yeah. But yeah, I like all these car racing games. Yeah, I used to stream Forza 7 years ago, somewhere around there. Yeah, I used to stream it. I had like a group of friends. We all loved Forza, and we used to stream it all together. Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 of us. Yeah, fun times. Yeah.
For car lovers to share and experience car culture fantasy on the beautiful island of Oahu. In Hawaii.
Fuck yeah. I love Twisted Metal.
You enjoy cars and driving on your own or with your crew. Motorfest has...
I'm pretty sure I'm right in this, but one of the other game shows that we watched on the YouTube channel last week, I'm pretty sure I remember Twisted Metal being a Netflix series, an upcoming Netflix series, or on some streaming platform. I don't know if it for sure was Netflix, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that.
Something.
Now I know that is something to be leery about, but they tend to fuck up gaming series, but just thought you might want to know if you didn't.
For everyone, Motorfest, your portal to a medley of high-octane experiences. You choose how you like to have fun with your cars. This is what Motorfest playlists are all about. Playlists are truly at the heart of Motorfest. Want to immerse yourself in the most exciting worlds of car culture? Yeah. Dive into the legacy of the world's most influential automakers. Light up the night.
That looks nice. I've always liked the Japan maps, and then late at night, and yeah, they're just so fucking colorful.
Unleash the cutting-edge
that one looks good too.
Of electric supercars.
He's like talking about the cars. I'm like focused on the map.
Ever, we leave the US mainland.
It's like for the most part, I know what cars are gonna be involved.
In one of the most breathtaking and vibrant places on Earth, Oahu. Let's find out why Oahu is the perfect playground for driving fun.
Man, 90 and early 2K games were so damn good. We have good games now, but man, 90s and 2K, come on. Yeah, I think I saw something about being a series. Agreed. Yeah.
Adventure deep
into lush.
Yeah, my best gaming memories, aside from WoW, of course, I've had a blast being a WoW player for 20 years, but my most memorable is that time, the 90s, 2000s.
Fusion of vehicles. Choose and customize your ride.
I would say, including WoW, the best time of gaming was pretty much from day one that I started gaming, which is, it was the 80s. Yeah, I'm old, and then I would say up to 2010. Yeah, because after Lich King, all games were kind of crap, but yeah. No, they have like the oddball good game here and there, but that was my best time in gaming. Yeah.
Best lineups ever, from past, present, and future. Recognize the latest from Lamborghini? I think so, yeah, I know. You are as thrilled as I am.
It's a nice one.
Get behind the wheel of this beauty. Hey, some of you have spent a lot of energy building the perfect vehicle collection in the Crew 2. In a few weeks, you will be able to import.
I like games where you can work on your cars and you can like improve the parts in it, and which is pretty much every game now, but it wasn't always.
So stay tuned for more news about the collection import and our complete festival program later this month during our summer showcase. Since the beginning of the year, thousands of players have tested the game and given us priceless feedback through the Insider program. Join the party, register now for a closed beta, and share with the world your experience in July. From the entire team at Ubisoft Ivory Tower, mahalo, thank you. Welcome to Motorfest. Enjoy the ride.
Oh, buddy. Man, I love fucking car racing games, and I love the trailers for them all the time. Yeah, they put the trailers together really well. Oh yeah, 3 was so fucking long ago. Yeah, easily early 2000s. For sure. Even with all the racing games we have today, Gran Turismo 3 was really far ahead. Yeah. Yeah, when I think of all the games, I'm right with ya. Gran Turismo 3 is the best. Yeah. Like, I love my Forza, but, you know, I started with the Gran Turismo, and 3 stands out real fucking well. Yeah. And I think, like, what you said about, greatest racing game for its, I think you said for its time, right? Yeah. Yeah, really far ahead for its time. I was actually saying the same thing earlier when the Avatar game came on. It reminded me of how Avatar the movie was back then. Nothing fucking compared, right? Like, those are the best things in life, where something comes out and nothing is even remotely close to competing with it. You know?
Exciting new way to play Assassin's Creed. Coming to MetaQuest this holiday, Assassin's Creed Nexus will push the boundaries of VR and let you become the assassin. You will feel what it means to parkour, fight, and be
Yeah, it fucking does stand out. Like, damn, all this talk is actually getting me hyped up for games. Well, I'm glad I was able to help with your little game stump there. I totally, here, I'll pause in case someone wants to hear what he's saying. You can tell that I just care about the trailers. But oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I was kind of in a gaming stump too. Like, I haven't played anything since the last stream. Yeah. So I think it happens to everyone when you're playing games every day, you know, like eventually you'll have a week where you just don't wanna, you know. Into contrast, when I first came in here, like, yeah, I haven't been feeling gaming lately. Yeah, happens to the best of us. I don't know how I feel about Assassins being VR, right? Yeah. I'm still not, they haven't quite sold me on VR yet, you know, but it's like, if I'm gonna get up in game, I might as well just go exercise, you know? I might as well just leave the house at that point. Like, yeah.
The Assassin's Creed universe. But there is more. Nexus is not the only game that will offer new ways to play Assassin's Creed.
Oh, what's this? I really liked the first game. I had so much stuff done on the game, and my friend got on one time and loaded a new game on my main, wiped my save, and I never... Oh, ouch. Yeah. I have played a lot of Assassin's Creed. All of them except for, like, any that have maybe released in the last couple of years. I loved 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, and I remember when Steam had it, I installed it, and that port was horrible. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 was always meant for the console. I'm just gonna say that port, unless they've improved it over the years, but when I first ported it to Steam, like, yeah, it was just bad. Yeah, but those are my favorite. And Black Flag wasn't too bad. I liked that one. And Syndicate, and yeah, I have a lot of Assassin's Creed on my Steam, actually. Yeah, but I started playing them on the Xbox. Yeah, Xbox. Yuck, nah, I doubt it. But, I mean, I could just hook my Xbox up to my projector and play that shit. So, fuck ports. Yuck to ports. Yeah, I agree. I've had a couple of games that have made me hate ports. Yeah. Assassin's Creed was the first one because, like, I love 1, 2, and 3. So, not being able to play it properly on a PC port just pissed me off. Yeah. And then the other was I had bought some Lego games, and those are horrible. Maybe there's some that are good, but yeah, they're so much better on console. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Codename Jade is our first open-world RPG game on mobile. It will take you to ancient China in a time of intrigue and conspiracy. In this brand new adventure, you'll experience the iconic Assassin's Creed gameplay for free, anywhere, anytime. I am glad to announce that you can register now for the upcoming beta. Here's a glimpse of what you can expect.
Okay. I guess I have never really played ports because I have the OG. I have the OG too. I just, yeah, I'm
Legacy.
I like my Steam. I have like 800 games on there. So, yeah.
Learning from their triumphs and mistakes.
I kept all my games in consoles. Yeah, same here. Never had I never got a Dreamcast either, which is weird because I started as a Sega player. Because I had the original Sega Entertainment System. Yeah.
And rise to even greater heights. To step out of the shadows and into a vast world. To make your own legacy.
But to be honest, I missed out on a lot of Sega. I don't think I had anything after the Sega Entertainment System. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I went straight to Nintendo after that. No, the Genesis, right? Yeah. Okay, no, I had more than just that one for Sega. But definitely not the Dreamcast.
We've all been waiting for this moment. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a very special game, designed as an homage to the first titles of the series that many of us fell in love with. Coming October 12th, Assassin's Creed Mirage takes the franchise back to its roots. Sarah, our narrative director for the game,
October's pretty close.
And his journey. But before that, let's watch our story trailer.
What are you doing?
Don't think.
I loved always going to those to get like the I can't remember what they call it in Assassin's Creed, but like the waypoint.
Fulath, tell Basim the story of the feather.
Our tradition of the feather comes from Egypt. The feathers of the heron were dipped in the blood of the targets. The feathers forge our paths, remind us of who we are, who we can be.
The Order has held dominion over men and their empires for centuries.
I love this chick.
And end this.
Swallow your questions.
They did such a good job when they decided she was the voice of Assassin's Creed, you know?
Serves the hidden ones. That is a strange kind of freedom.
You are not the first to walk the shadows broken. Pour your pain into the Brotherhood.
We are messengers of justice, and not the final judges.
He knows not what he is.
Have you not wondered that's your nature?
Damn, that's a good trailer. Jeez. Where did I leave off here? Never had Dreamcast or a GameCube. I'm with you on the Dreamcast. I had the GameCube though. Yeah. Dreamcast though had so many good games. That was like the JRPG god console. I can't remember what was on the Dreamcast. What was the one that killed Sega? Like I can't remember which was that the Dreamcast? I thought it was, but was it some? Yeah, what was the last Sega console? My gaming life would be so different if I hadn't gone into JRPGs when I was a kid, right? Codename Jade looks sick. Yeah, that's an awesome name for it too. Damn you, Ubisoft. 18 years later, and I'm still hurting from Assassin's Creed 1's save file getting deleted. It's just too soon. That's hilarious. It's 18 years. It's been 18 years, Mad. Time to forgive.
What does it mean to be free? What must be sacrificed in the quest for freedom and justice the hidden ones fiercely pursue? How can you find your path and fulfill your destiny when you don't know who you really are? As he grows from street thief to master assassin, Basim thinks he has found a sense of purpose as a hidden one, working in the dark to serve the light. But his nightmarish visions keep haunting him, leading to more questions with no answer. In Baghdad, seeking the truth comes with a price. The capital of the Abbasid Empire, one of the richest, most diverse, and most advanced cities in the world, is at a turning point of its history. Unrest is growing.
Shoot, I don't remember, but I think Dreamcast was one of the last, but not as big of a hit in the US. It was almost like PS1, because when PS2 came out, that's when Sony really got big, right? Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of one of the few out of my friend group that actually had a PS1, you know? Like, most people picked up PlayStation at, like, the PS2, yeah, for sure. Actually talking to the friend that deleted my save on Facebook right now. Give him shit. I had something I was gonna say before I unpaused. What was it? Let's see. Oh, I think it was gonna be about the Dreamcast. You know, I just know that a lot of people talk about how I'm pretty sure it was the Dreamcast that they say killed the Sega. I don't remember anything actually killing the Sega personally. I was a Sega player and I just left Sega to go to Nintendo. Like, yeah, as far as I always believed, Sega was still doing good, and I just kind of chose to go to Nintendo at that point, right? And but they still kind of do good, because like Alien Isolation was made by Sega, so you know, really they didn't totally lose out, because when they stopped making consoles, they started making video games, and Alien Isolation's fucking awesome. I love that game. Yeah. However, have they been making anything recently? I don't know. I'm like, man, remember when you started a new game on my game save? I'm still upset. I would totally be too, right? Especially since you're currently watching a Assassin's Creed thing. I miss Sega. Me too, Staffo. Yeah. Yeah, Sega is the reason I'm a gamer. Like, yeah, my first ever time gaming was on the Sega Entertainment System. Yeah. Alex Kidd. Yeah. Alex Kidd and Wonder Boy were the games that I played. Yeah, I can, you know, like you can always just go Google it if you want, but I can literally picture the cartridge. Like yeah. Yeah, that's just like forever in my memory what those cartridges look like. I don't need a picture to remind me. I just remember. Fucking yeah. That's when you know something is good, right? I have never played a Turok game ever. Yeah. But I've heard good things. Yeah. My N64 was mainly for GoldenEye. I remember playing a lot of that. Yeah.
Seeding a revolution against corruption and arbitrary justice, an uprising that will turn the tides of history and change the lives of everyone. Childhood friends, fellow hidden ones, as well as newly formed allies and enemies will shape Basim's adventure. But his horrific visions are the face of a struggle that
Actually,
only
hold that thought, Chucky. I gotta go take a piss. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My bad if that took a little longer. Roommate was in the bathtub. But he said he was getting out in a couple of minutes, so I just waited. Genesis was my first console. Nice, nice. Oh my god, GoldenEye. Yes, I loved GoldenEye. It was so good. Yeah. Well, there's a shower too, but you know. He's a spa guy. He likes to lay in the bathtub. But I hear ya. I'm a shower girl. He's a bathtub guy. Yeah. I'm like, it's because I want in and out fast, right? Like, bathtubs are for people that enjoy their bath, you know. But like, to me, it's a mission, right? I'm there to get clean, and then I get the fuck out. Yeah, I'm not there to relax.
Handle alone.
But I hear you. We've talked about before.
Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah.
And the best way to make you understand our unique back to the roots
I've never rooted for the bathtub.
The game. In the following gameplay walkthrough, we meet Basim right after the assassination of his first main target.
Although I did like bats when I was a kid.
In Harbiya's Assassin Bureau. Enjoy.
But I think that's because it was loaded with toys. I remember, like, always, like, having to find a way to the water, you know? I put so many toys in the bathtub.
There you are.
Don't let him escape!
Time to vanish.
Get back here, dog!
Right? I know, they do so many. But yeah, it is kind of weird to have two in one showcase. It does say work in progress, though. Oh, actually, no, that's the game. Never mind. Never mind. Oh no, it is the work in progress that I was thinking.
I am glad you're safe.
Alhamdulillah, a first of many achievements to come, Basim.
We should only hope. There's still
Okay, so it was just the two? What, did you think it was three?
While our focus was on Al-Ghul, Fulaf quietly scouted the city for where we could erect more bureaus.
I have found dwellings in 3 districts that are most unassuming. Abid and Rebecca have arrived from Alamut
I think it's
and
just
set
two.
off to Al Abbasiyah and Karkh. I will make my way to Sharqiyah shortly.
And I will join Rebecca in Karkh.
Well, now you got me thinking. Was there... Yeah, I think it was just two. I think this is the second one.
About some things he's been working on. Then come find us.
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
Resourceful as always. My thanks, Abu Ja'far. This is the place. What do you see, Enkidu? Let us reconsider the approach.
Yeah, I thought another one. I was like, hold up. Okay, I think I read that one.
She and Ali's followers are trying to overthrow the prince.
What madness! They will surely fail.
I have always loved the scenery with Assassin's Creed. Like, they do such a good job on that shit.
Shit! What? She little bastards!
You dead, bitch. You know, what would he have done if no one had planted those flowers?
What? Hey! You die now!
Hey! The sky is safe, my friend. Survey the area, Enkidu. There is my target.
I heard his favorite was a spy. That could be why we had a lot of...
You learn your play!
Damn, that's badass. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool.
And no more need die this day!
No one sees it. Second still didn't see it. Sucker.
Come on.
He walked right past. Why didn't you kill him? What if? We ran by and just crop dusting people, right?
Hello, everyone. So first, I want to start by saying thank you to all gamers all around the world.
You're welcome.
It's thanks to you that we are here today.
It sure is.
You are at the heart of everything we do.
I am.
And to all Ubisoft teams,
thanks for acknowledging me.
Well, I would like to say a big thank you.
Man, is it just me? Or does this audience look like a picture just placed right in there?
So I hope you're
It looks
all
so
excited
fake.
to explore the amazing playgrounds.
I'm having a hard time believing these are real people.
We are creators of worlds. We are also proud to partner with some of the biggest names in entertainment to create original stories in beloved universes. Now, I am very happy to welcome Julian from Ubisoft Massive to give you a first look at Star Wars Outlook and gameplay. So thank you. Julian?
Nice.
Calm down. Do you want to see gameplay or not? All right. Let's get over the speech and let's get to the gameplay. Star Wars Outlaws takes place in a time of great civil unrest across the galaxy.
I love how the audience is like
this is a time
basically us, a bunch of middle-aged people.
This is a time
I love it. I love it.
As a cunning thief,
no kids in that audience.
And her companion Nyx fight for survival every single day, relying on their skills and resourcefulness to get by. As they struggle to make ends meet, Kay and Nyx dream of the day that they will finally be free. But while seeking this freedom, Kay unexpectedly becomes one of the galaxy's most wanted. So to free herself from the bounty that follows her, Kay will need to pull off one of the greatest heists the Outer Rim has ever seen. As they navigate the underworld, caught between criminal syndicates and vicious, ruthless villains, Kay and Nyx will manage their reputation by taking on risky contracts and navigating complex relationships, all whilst avoiding oppressive imperial rule. Kay and Nyx's journey will take them across the galaxy through stunning, varied open-world locations and the wilds of space. One of these locations is Tashara, a moon that
Funny thing is, I don't own any of these games. Well, they're all new. That's why we're watching it. New upcoming games.
Landscape, the city of Miragana serves as a central hive of scum and villainy. Kay and Nyx will encounter several criminal syndicates that learn that everything is measured in the value of influence, reputation, or cold, hard credits. This presents an abundance of opportunities and dangers for a young, ambitious scoundrel like Kay. On behalf of Massive in Sweden, along with Ubisoft, Annecy, Barcelona, Bucharest, Chengdu, Milan, Montpellier, Paris, Shanghai, Toronto, and our amazing team at Lucasfilm Games, it's our privilege to present to you this first ever look at Star Wars Outlaws gameplay.
They are doing so much for Star Wars, like, you know, between the movies and all the series that are on like Disney Plus, and then there was just a new Star Wars game that released.
Thank you.
And there's tons of Star Wars games, not to mention the Lego shit. And yeah, it's just, yeah, it's hard to keep up, which kills me because I love Star Wars, but it is so hard to keep up with everything. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like there is a such thing as releasing too much content too fast. and it being a bad thing. I can't remember if I said that. But yeah, I do think that's not a great thing to release too much content too fast.
Good boy.
I want that fighter stripped for parts by tomorrow.
Right, Mad? Yeah.
All right, Nix. Let's go get paid. That worked.
He's the boss because he knows how to handle the Empire.
We cannot trust those officers. They take our credits now, but what stops them from stabbing us in the back?
Nix. Hit that button. Nice one. Hang on tight, little buddy.
The more recent ones, yeah. I feel like the old ones, they released decently. But movies is different because, like, you just watch it, right? But a game is going to take you well more than a couple of hours to play through. But I hear ya. I struggle to keep up with Marvel. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with Marvel because I've given up on trying to keep up. Yeah.
Hey, Nix! Catch! This is getting bad. Let's try this out.
Dick Ferrick!
I think that went pretty well, right?
You're still alive, so yeah.
Oh, these guys don't quit. Hang on. That was close. ND5, I got the package. Where are you?
Waiting for you in Jauntus Hope.
This right here kind of reminds me of my first ever YouTube video. It was in Star Wars Battlefront, and I was in a vehicle doing a race. Yeah. That was my first YouTube video.
There's Jauntus Hope. We made it, Nix.
I hate to go, but I'm about to head out, going to try go to bed early because I have to get up early. My cousin's first Father's Day. Nice, nice. 3 a.m. I don't know if I can't go to bed this early. I work nights, so this is like going to be...
What?
This is like going to bed in mid-afternoon. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. here. I accidentally took a nap earlier, so that's why we're like wide awake at 2 in the morning. Yeah. But yeah,
See you back at the ship.
I laid down on the bed you see behind me, and I was just chilling with Mystic, you know, and next thing I know. I know, right? Yeah.
Round 2 and
but I should be okay. I'll probably Well, I'm starting to get hungry, so here, I'll pause this. Starting to get hungry, so I'll probably eat after we're done with the rest of this stuff, and then I'll probably just set my alarm and, you know, get up at a decent time. Yeah, just make it a lack of sleep, I guess. But do you call it that if you took a nap? I don't know. It's a fresh day, so I think you call it that. I will be. It'll be more videos because Sundays is our normal video day, but I snuck this one in because I have so many videos that I'm behind in. So it'll be another video watching the stream. But yeah, I will be on tonight. And I guess I could say this to you when you come in tonight, but are you a dad? Like, is it a Father's Day for you? Oh, okay, cool. I'll drop by for a few hours. Nah, no kids. Cool, cool. And yeah, we'll see you later on then. Have a good sleep. Hopefully you get to sleep because, you know, like you said, it's like mid-afternoon because you work night shifts. Yeah. But good luck. To be honest, if I hadn't taken my nap, we'd probably be going to bed too. Yeah. But we'll go in a couple of hours. Alrighty, have a good night and stream mist. Later, Staffo. Have a good night, Mad Fusion, and we'll catch you later.
I told you she's fresh, but she's good.
Who's this?
Just a friend. Join us.
Job was more complicated than you said, Dunka.
You lived. Hey, these aren't toys. They're investments.
Wait. We haven't met.
Don't really know many of you.
Stealing illegal contraband, running with syndicates. I could say you're a threat to the Empire. But I won't have to, if you're smart.
Thanks, but I'm smart enough to get myself out of trouble.
You pay the tax just like everyone else.
Whoa, kid, let's just relax.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Maybe.
All troopers, we have reports of a fugitive in Jaunter's Hope. Move to apprehend.
That Imperial announcement wouldn't be about you, would it?
Oh.
Could be.
Wanted.
I told you not to trust her.
Not the first time we've outrun the Empire.
We need to leave.
Yeah, no kidding.
Right?
Are we good?
Nothing on the sensors yet.
Anybody on the sensors now?
Man, the music makes me want to go binge the movies.
Got one.
I feel inclined to remind you that we should shake the Empire quickly.
Thanks, I'm working on it.
The first 6 anyway. I love my Star Wars, but like after the 6 is kind of when it's yeah.
ND, get us out of here.
Spooling hyperdrive.
Well, I should say after the 6, because technically 4, 5, 6 are the first ones, and then 1, 2, 3. But you know what I mean. After the 6 movies, yeah. I like the older ones.
We made it.
Good job. This must be the last one. They always, the one they care about the most is usually like this big, long gameplay.
Hey.
Oh, there's still there's like almost an hour left, so.
Got your new toy.
So, where do we go next?
Well, you shouldn't even need that. You should just know. It's like, I imagine most people know that, like, the first movies was 4, 5, and 6. But it might come in handy for the TV series. There is a lot of shows for Star Wars. Coming 2024. People getting up. This ain't been. Oh, there's like an hour left, isn't it? Let me see. See what's going on. Yeah, there's more shit. I don't know why they're getting up. Yeah, I don't know why they're getting up. There's more shit. I guess we'll see what's after. I guess I had thought it was a DLC for the Skull and Bones, but I guess, I guess it just never was released yet. There are some games where, they get announced so many times every year at these shows that you think they're out, but they're just constantly announced, I don't really care for a bunch of interviews, so...
K-Vess in Star Wars Outlaws. K-Vess is a thief. She's a scoundrel.
I guess it's only
She's
30
good at
minutes.
Sneaking around.
We'll watch
she's
it.
Charming and she'll talk to you, but she's already taking all your things. She isn't perfect at it, but she always seems to get away with it.
Kay really finds herself in a bit of a jam. You know, she's got a bounty on her back and is trying to find work. That's when she starts to really realize, I kind of like this underworld business. I kind of like this world, and she's trying to thrive on it.
She has to survive because nobody else will save her unless it's her. The only person that she has is her companion, Nyx. They're not even human, but that is the closest thing she has to feeling a part of something in the world.
I also think that Nyx, in a lot of ways, is kind of an extension.
I like
of
Nyx.
Kay, both
He's cute.
Gameplay sense or a story sense, you know. In gameplay, she allows Kay to do things she never thought possible. And in the story, it's also a way for Kay to kind of sense when something's off or see an opportunity or that kind of thing. Really, they're completely connected.
I love that relationship. I'm so excited for people to meet Nyx because they're gonna fall in love with him too.
Outlaws takes place right between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, so it's the civil war between the rebellion and the Empire. That has actually created this pocket of opportunity for syndicates and criminal organizations to rise up in that space. We've got the Pikes, we've got the Hutts, we've got a new syndicate that we've crafted for this game called the Ashiga Clan. And one of the phrases we always held on to was this notion of you live and die by your reputation. So it's really exciting for Kay and hopefully for players.
She's so fearless. You'll see her just go for it, and there's no stopping her, even when there's danger involved. Even when there's fear underneath it, she'll never let you see it. Not really.
For a scoundrel story, you know, you really have to ask yourself, when is enough enough? How far is Kay willing to go to land that big score? And those are questions she's going to tackle through the whole story. We worked with Lucasfilm every step of the way in crafting the story, and they were an invaluable partner in helping us create and craft this thing. They were really embracing us with open arms in terms of, hey, we want to focus on the underworld. We want to focus on an outlaw navigating through that space. But we're sort of there to help guide and point out, like, hey, here's an opportunity you might not have looked at, or there's a character you might want to consider. So really, it was a partnership through and through.
I feel like this is one of the biggest, if not the biggest franchise of our lifetime. The themes, like everything, has just been a part of our world. And for me and for the world of Star Wars, I know that people are gonna love this game, not just for how amazing the gameplay is, but like the story itself, to see a young girl become a woman and become an outlaw.
What, are you worried?
No.
Umberlee's energy, her humor, her wit, all of that really has kind of helped inform the character. She has a way of jumping between that matinee action, high stakes tone to shifting to really intimate, really personal performances that make you connect to Kay.
Getting to bring my own heart and then mix it in with that confidence and her toughness and her charm and wit, it's really fun. It makes her very endearing, even though she's a very tough person.
You won't make it off to Shara alive.
Maybe.
And yeah, it kind of feels like she was always meant to be Kay. She informs it in every way.
I love bringing a character like this to life, and it's an honor, honestly, to be a part of this world. It's definitely a dream come true, and I'm still doing it, so literally like about to hop and do a scene right now. So it's all just exciting, and I feel now I'm really locked into the character. The team is amazing, and I feel very supported, and I'm happy that they found me, because I feel like I was meant to play this role. Make sure to catch me alongside with some developers and cast members at Comic-Con International this July in San Diego.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Outlaws official gameplay walkthrough breakdown. I'm Chastity Vicencio with Ubisoft News, and I'm joined by narrative director Naveed Kavari, creative director Julian Garrity, and game director Matthias Carlson, who are going to give us more information about what we saw in the gameplay walkthrough.
Here we go.
And this is our first ever introduction to Nyx.
Nyx is a Merkal, a rare and exotic creature whose home planet still remains a mystery. He's got a very curious personality, as you can see here. He can be a bit stubborn, but he has an incredibly strong bond with Kay and always follows her lead. She's grown up with Nyx for most of her life. He's not just a pet, he's family.
Good boy.
And here we have Kay. First introduction to a brand new scoundrel in this galaxy.
Kay is a young thief who's found herself on the moon of Tashara, which is a hive of underworld activity. She's picked up a high-risk job to steal a priceless, sort of mollusk-like object from a lieutenant of the Pike Syndicate. Once she's grabbed it, with the help of Nyx, she's going to turn it in and earn some much-needed credits.
So Pikes are one of the syndicates that we'll be tangling with in Star Wars Outlaws. And the Pikes here are borrowing without permission some vehicles from the Empire and the Rebels and different people and cutting them up.
Nyx. Hit that button.
Nyx is more than just a lovable and fierce companion. Nyx is a whole bag of tricks in and of himself. You saw him push that button from a distance. He can distract guards. He can attack on command. He can help you with puzzles. He can help you discover secrets as well. He is very much conceived as a symbiotic part of the player's control over Kay and Nyx. So we're really thinking of them together as a whole.
I was just leaving.
So when we meet Kay in the beginning of the game, she knows her way around the blaster. It's not necessarily her first option or primary tool to solve a problem or a situation. However, as we progress through the game and its many ever more dangerous situations, both Kay and the blaster itself will evolve and improve. And you will soon find it to be a central and very versatile tool for more than just directly taking out enemies.
Okay, we'll figure this out.
And Kay's blaster is very meaningful to her. This blaster has a lot of modules that you can discover, upgrade, and apply to the blaster that allow you to deal with situations in radically different ways.
Hey, Nyx!
So here I think we have a very good example of the type of role Nyx can play, even in something like a full-on firefight, where that enemy that we took out dropped the gun that he was just about to shoot you with. Nyx can, slink down and retrieve that weapon for you.
Let's try this out. Dink Ferric!
Sometimes, best solution is just to get out of there. So ever since we kicked off this project in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, one of the things that they were passionate about, of course, is authenticity. One of the things we were passionate about is bringing something to the galaxy of Star Wars. And one of the biggest things was this moon, Tashara. And Tashara, we developed...
I actually thought they were going to say vehicles, because I feel like that's important.
From its vegetation to the wildlife to its deep, rich culture, and all of the activities that we can discover during this trailer, and even more.
These guys don't quit!
One of the key pillars for both Kay the character and for the core gameplay in general in Star Wars Outlaws is what we call a resourceful underdog. Kay is a capable and daring person. And we reflect that in gameplay with you having access to a wide range of actions and abilities, ever growing, of course, as you play through the game, ranging from stealth to full-on firefights. So as we saw here, shooting from, driving your speeder full speed ahead under fire from enemies. We said if we can make the player think like, I can't believe I made it, when they just play through something, it's a success.
Kay's reputation with the syndicates will play a big role in how she approaches her journey, whether it's the Pikes, Hutts, or others. We had a saying that in the underworld, you live and die by your reputation. As if a job she takes hurts the syndicate, those opportunities aren't available. So her choices play into how she experiences her journey.
There's Jonta's Hope.
This is Jonta's Hope. Jonta's Hope is one of the settlements that we have in the game. So this is a tiny outcrop, an oasis of civilization in these windswept plains. And it usually contains a drinking hole, a cantina, and these are hubs of activity too. So we very much enjoyed developing how it would look and feel. And
do you play any Star Wars games, Staffa? Or would you want to?
One of many settlements and cities that Kay will discover across the galaxy. And that includes the capital of Miragana, a city on Tashara filled with corruption and underworld activity.
No.
This one looks really good.
95 is a BX commando built by the Separatists and battle-hardened during the Clone Wars. Nowadays, though, he serves as kind of an enforcer droid in the underworld. He's partnered with Kay as they attempt to pull off a big, high-risk job. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Not a friend. She can't be trusted.
Who can out here? See you back at the ship.
So various jobs and favors for the different characters and factions you encounter. They play an important role in everything from learning new things, actually unlocking equipment and abilities, to managing your precious reputation in the underworld, which is the key to some of the most lucrative opportunities out there. Important note though, something that's key to the fantasy of the free scoundrel lifestyle is that you're never in servitude of anyone. You're making your own choices, carving your own path through this world, making a name for yourself.
Job was more complicated than you said, Danka.
You lived.
Who she works for, whether it's with syndicates or otherwise, is crucial to creating a reputation for herself. And then how she approaches those syndicates through those choices is going to be key to gaining bigger and better rewards, whether it's for credits or priceless artifacts.
Wait.
So nothing in the underworld is black and white, and we wanted to reflect that in the choices she makes.
Only played and still own is Super Star Wars for the SNES. The last one I played was, well, I think it was Battlefront, because yeah, like, yeah, it's hard to keep up with all of them when you play other games, right? Yeah, but Battlefront was the last one I played.
Change, challenge, increase your reputation with certain factions and syndicates, decrease it, gain an advantage or a different perspective on the story too. So we put a lot of effort in giving the player agency over their own trajectory.
So the game takes place in the original trilogy era. So the Empire is at the height of its power and reach. So they're always looming there, somewhere in the background, ever watchful.
But as you can see here, we want to show a different side to the Empire and how it intersects with the underworld. And that means corruption. Particularly on Tashara, even though it's Imperial run, the local governors and officers lean into corruption and have worked out special arrangements with the syndicates that benefit them.
So this is the wanted system, and the wanted system is something that's going to be ever present within the game. If you are caught or challenge the Empire, you're going to start to get wanted. And if you continue, you persist, and you do even more actions, that wanted level's just going to go up. At the highest levels, the Empire will throw a huge amount of resistance and forces in your way. So that's something that you can play around with, but you're best off trying to avoid as much as possible.
Very important for us in this experience is that there will always be some way for you to de-escalate or escape.
Oh, this is the Trailblazer. Now, if there's one dream that a lot of game developers have, it's to help design a spaceship for Star Wars. And this is our take on that, the Trailblazer.
The Trailblazer is an EML 850 light freighter from the Republic era, but to Kay, this is home. And if you're a scoundrel traveling throughout the galaxy, the first thing you need is a ship. And for Kay, there's none better than the Trailblazer.
So now we're in space. And, you know, one of the things that was very precious to us is having this seamless experience of going on foot to your speeder to
your spaceship out of the atmosphere and into space. And space is a dangerous place, but it's a place full of opportunities too. So we'll be using it for combat, both on an intimate dogfighting level, an epic level with bigger ships, but also for discovery, exploration, and special surprises.
Let's jump.
It's important to hit those classic, iconic notes of Star Wars to remind players of the era that they're playing in, and the fact that the galaxy is something that is wide, diverse, but iconic at the same time. One of the things that is important for us is that every planet that you will visit in this adventure has a distinct profile. Not just a very bespoke story, but also wildlife, an ecosystem, and situations that really radically change from location to location. And space is just another part of that. So we're trying to develop distinct profiles for every single orbital region. We knew from the start when we sat down thinking about this game that we wanted to offer that full seamless experience. You know, sitting in a cantina, in a city on a planet's surface, jumping on your own speeder, driving to your own ship, and as we just saw, seamlessly flying into space is something that we are incredibly pleased and happy and excited that we're able to actually offer.
We really enjoyed making this, and we can't wait for you to experience a new Star Wars adventure.
It looks like a jam-packed game, honestly. Yeah.
We really want to bring an action platformer and to respect from the beginning the DNA of this brand.
Of course, this new entry could be super modern, super fresh. And I think this is the reunion of those two things. Our expertise in platforming games and our strong desire to be sure that this is a true Prince of Persia game.
Combat system, acrobatic, puzzle, narration. So we knew that because of our experience on Rayman, that we can bring such kind of experience in 2D, but the core experience is a Prince of Persia game.
Sargon is a brand new character in Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. He's the youngest.
I don't know if I
Immortals.
accidentally triggered the caption, but I figure what the hell. Some people require it, so.
We don't embody the prince. The prince is the one we have to rescue. That's one of the different surprises that you will encounter in The Lost Crown. The Mount Kaf, which is the place where the adventure takes place, there's a curse. Time seems to be mixed up, doesn't follow anymore its natural flow. The story that one character will live will be different in terms of timeline than the story of his friend. So sometimes the consequences and the causes are mixed up.
How is that possible? They left not long before us.
The starting point was to immerse ourselves in the Persian culture and legacy, which is so rich. When you learn, you have a strong emotion, you are amazed. You want to translate that feeling to the players, a feeling of exploring something new. And we get our inspiration from real places, like palace or temple, and even some natural landscape, like the Iranian forest, which is a real forest.
It was really fresh to have a forest in the franchise of Prince of Persia. I think it will surprise the players. And we have also living elements, like platforms that ask you to shoot to activate it. We think that for Prince of Persia, it's very important to have demanding platforming. We have level designers that are very expert of platforming because they worked on Rayman and things like that. And we also try to have gameplay elements that are unique. So like the bells, you have to shoot to reveal platform. When you create this kind of gameplay element, we have a lot of ideas. So you understand that you could do a navigation puzzle, you could do very tricky platforming, and even you could use it in combat. If you have enemies on it, you just have to shoot the bell and let the enemy fall in the spikes, things like that. I think the strength of our game is that we have characters that is really easy to handle, so we can easily mix combat and platforming.
Jeez, that was a close one.
Compare everything that is tied to platforming and combat to a music partition. I see a half and quarter and whole everywhere. And that was something that we use a lot for the platforming and combat. You know, the sense of rhythm. Freedom and creativity was the term that were defining the combat system. Everything is tied to a Sargon personality. He's like inventing his own movement. So it was really important to have the same approach between the way he's moving and the way the player can execute their combos.
So back in the days, Sand of Time had pushed the boundaries standards with a nice and smooth animation. So of course, for the last crown, we are aiming the highest animation quality as possible. And the goal is to have a really smooth, challenging and responsive gameplay. All the gameplay animation is based on keyframe. Keyframe animation is the way to animate without motion capture. You create everything actually. You just take the puppets, design the line of action, the nice shape of the character and bring it to life. This allows us to masterize the timing and make it more cartoony. If you ask for two actors to grab one by the head and launch it, it's not just possible. So you can create everything with keyframe.
It's really important for us to make sure that this game is modern and respect players' cleverness and autonomy. To be sure that our players feel free to decide what is their next objective, because this is a genre where you are in isolation. This is a feel that you had in the first Prince of Persia.
So it's very important to always give information to players. Sometimes it's obvious, like big gating and the big landmarks. Sometimes it's been more subtle. It lets the player discover the consistency of the world and how everything is connected.
What we have developed is a lot of things. A new lore, new characters, a new combat system, a new art direction, a new narration. So it's something very important to say that this team has made a wonderful job on still working hard to bring a top quality game. Very important to talk about them.
Hello, I'm Jean-Luc Salah. I'm the art director of Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Hi there, I'm Stéphane Boudon, creative director on Assassin's Creed Mirage, and today we are going to walk you through our most recent trailer.
Welcome to Baghdad. This is our first glimpse of this vibrant city. We are in the 9th century Middle Ages, and as you can see, it's a dusty and sunny city as expected. But it's also a garden city with a lot of flowers and palm trees.
So Basim is heading back to the bureau. In the way, he stumbled on a specific target he has to kill, so he will take this opportunity to make the assassination. But he will quickly get into trouble.
That's hilarious.
As you can see, we can already distinguish our first regular enemies, which are the Caliphal Guard, the guys in red. You're going to meet a lot of them.
In the game, we encourage you to flee and to vanish. Basim is a glass cannon character, and this scaffolding ingredient is really one of the ways players have to get out tight situation like that.
This is a water city. It's unexpected. Many people think it's just
I'm always on the run in Assassin's Creed games. Yeah.
We can see now corner swings.
It's like I'll sneak behind some trees and I'll like stealth and stuff, but sometimes I just want to get somewhere fast and I will just trigger all of them. Yeah.
And here is a carpet. If you don't blink, you can see there is an assassin's
It's pretty easy to escape them.
Carpets are part of the world of Mirage. This specific carpet with the assassin's crest on it means you are very, very close to a secret entrance to an assassin's bureau.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
So in this scene, Basim is coming back from his first assignment for killing one of the main targets of the game.
Alhamdulillah, a first of many achievements to come, Basim.
Here we meet Abu Jafar. This is one of the historical characters we're going to meet in Assassin's Creed Mirage. He's a genius. He's very important. He's going to provide you good tools.
Yeah, I think they put the captions, or else we'd see the captions for the actual gameplay
Our
talk.
focus was on Al Ghul. Fulov quietly scouted the city for where we could erect more bureaus.
Thought it was weird how we went all night without captions and then they just appeared.
Abid and Rebecca have arrived from Alamut and set off to Al Abyssiya and Karkh. I will make my way to Sharqiya shortly.
And I will join Rebecca in Karkh, where corruption is as common as the arid air. See Abu Jafar about some things he's been working on. Then come find us.
Have a look, Basim. I may have something that is of interest to you.
Tools are very important for an assassin. They will help you to deal with complex situations you will encounter inside the game. You will have the possibility to unlock a new tool each time you climb a rank by fulfilling your assignments. And each of your tools can be upgraded as well through a skill tree where you will be able to choose the behavior of your tools to match your playstyle. For instance, you can decide to make the projectile of your blow dart damage your enemies, put them to sleep, or turn them berserk. The contract board is where are gathered all the side faction assignments. Each of them has a specific contractor request also. You might recall from a past game, and you can try to fulfill them to gain more rewards.
Well, they do it because some people are deaf,
gear,
right?
But you can find also specific token that will
And
help
in
you
this
to offer new
situation,
opportunities inside the
he does
the
have a
mission
bit of
Basim.
an accent, you know. There are a couple of words I don't really understand.
The lighting in Baghdad was the
But
first
I see
thing we
them
set
on
up with
screen.
the artistic
Yeah.
team. We wanted to have it right, not to use too much filters and have a kind of natural beauty of the lighting, which is.
But I get it.
really
I used to
some
think that
gorgeous
too until I
point of
really
views on
thought
the city
about it.
itself at
And I
every
thought
time of
about
day.
the
So
fact that,
here you can have a glimpse of that.
you know, some
From a
people can't
personal
hear, right?
Perspective,
Yeah.
I grew up in this place of the world, and it was really the first thing I want us to be good at was the lighting.
Which is
give
why I
me
keep
the
it.
feeling to be back
just in
here,
case.
and I think we achieved that.
Just in case someone like that is watching the video.
So Eagle Vision is very iconic in Assassin's Creed, but
But
for
I
us,
don't
it
go
was
out my way of
also
doing it
necessary
every
tool
time.
to bring back the stealth.
Although
not
I
to
should.
augment the gameplay. So
Yeah.
you will more rely on your Eagle Vision when it's come
To
to
appeal to
infiltration,
everyone, right?
Look out for guards or check their vision cones. And those vision cones are new to Assassin's Creed Mirage. Social stealth is back. You can use it organically. Or you can
I
bribe
even
also
see it
merchants
when
to
Australians
create a
talking
patrol
and
blending
CC is
opportunity
spelling it
infiltrate
wrong
specific
in what
areas.
they're talking.
When we crafted
YouTube's
Mirage,
like
we
that
wanted
too.
to be able to change
Yeah.
tools quickly to face any situation. That's why we created this wheel, very reactive, very immersive, and that will slow down time to let you react.
Here is a marksman above the tower, and it's why we cannot use Enkidu, so we will need to get rid of him.
Basim used a noisemaker to distract the first guard, but the noisemaker is very noisy and can attract multiple NPC in a given radius. So Basim here quickly reacts with one of his skills, letting him the opportunity to use a knife to do a double assassination and avoid very efficiently to spread the alert.
And now it's time to take down the pesky marksman and to enjoy again the use of our eagle and Enkidu, and to enjoy also the view. We are
My favorite thing was
above
always
the
like
Prince
doing a
Palace,
stealth
close to
kill
the
and then
Tigris River.
hiding them in the
We are
bushes.
not just here to enjoy.
I would
the
always
scenery,
drag
but
their
we have a
body into the
target to find.
bushes.
And here it is.
This part was pretty
Assassin
fucking
Focus is a
cool,
new
I will
ability
say.
for Basim that allows him to quickly chain assassination. It's really a showcase of Basim's incredible agility and mastery. But of course, it's not something you can use at will. Basim will need to perform stealth skills to fill up his assassin focus gauge to use this ability. Here we can see Basim planning his assassination, but just before striking, he will land a trap.
Really a step-by-step gameplay here.
Come on.
Here comes the ND red smoke bomb. I love the color. That's my favorite too.
Yeah, the red, it does look pretty good.
And that's the end of our walkthrough. We hope you learned something new, and we cannot wait for you to play Assassin's Creed Mirage when it comes out in October 12th.
Cool, cool. Do I need to fast track us to the next? No, it'll go on its own.